As pages of the trans-Nashville shooter's manifesto leak out in drips and drabs, the heroic journalist who deserves all the credit is instead finding himself in court over it. And he is here tonight to tell his side of the story, one that the Democrat judge at his hearing earlier this week didn't seem too keen on hearing. Joining us now to discuss is Michael Patrick Leahy, the CEO, editor-in-chief and majority owner of Star News Digital Media, which owns and operates a family of state-focused conservative news sites, including the Tennessee Star. Michael, thanks for being here tonight.
Kara, it's a great pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
So you had a show cause hearing, I should say, actually this past week on Monday. What exactly is that and how did it go?
Well, let me just give you a little bit background on this. Of course, as everyone knows, on March 27th, 2023, 28-year-old Audrey Elizabeth Hale, born biologically a female who self-identified as a transgender male and called herself Aiden, walked into her former elementary school here in Nashville, Covenant School, and murdered 3 9-year-old students and 3 staff members. Within 20 minutes on that day, brave officers of Metro Nashville Police Department killed her. Immediately, Metro Nashville Police Department began an investigation into her motives and whether or not she had any accomplices. They went and they obtained that day about 500 pages of her writings. That came in a couple forms: a spiral notebook from her car, an 80-page journal of the last 3 months of her life, which she also left in her car, and about 19 journals that she left at her residence, which they recovered later that day. Subsequently, they obtained additional materials from documents she left on her computer. All told, there are about 1,000 pages of her writings. We, at the Tennessee Star, under the Tennessee Public Records Act, requested that Metro Nashville government release those documents to us. They declined, claiming it was an open investigation. Therefore, we and several other outlets and individuals and groups filed lawsuits, demanding that they turn over those documents for us to review and to share with the public, since that's how the Tennessee Public Records Act worked. Our lawsuit was filed in May 10th of 2023. At that same time, all of these cases were consolidated into one case that was presided over by Chancellor Court Judge Lashia Miles. She, in May of 2023, received about 1,000 pages of the writings of the Covenant Killer. She's been reviewing those in camera for about a year, a little over a year, with no action. Then what happened is in early June, we obtained legally some of these documents from the 80-page journal left in her car, and then other documents that were not being reviewed by the judge from the criminal investigation file. So we started on June 5th writing stories based upon the journals. Now, we didn't publish any of the journal pages, but we wrote what we saw. In addition, we published a couple stories based upon some of the documents that we obtained that were not part of the elements that were being reviewed by the judge. So far, we legally obtained the document. We can do this even though we're litigants, we have a First Amendment right to publish. On Monday, June 10th, apparently a journalist with WSMV News, an NBC affiliate here by the name of Stacey Cameron, called up the judge and made a number of false claims about us. Number one, he claimed that we had published the documents, some of the documents under her review. That's false. He had also claimed that we violated her court orders. That's false. We haven't violated any court orders. All of her court orders simply had to do with how you provided, how documents entered the public record. And then he said, "Hey, Your Honor, why don't you charge Leahy and the Tennessee Star with contempt of court?" And that's what she did at 4:40 p.m. on Monday. My lawyers got this show cause hearing order, and we looked at it and said, "What is she talking about here?" She compelled that I show up in court on Monday, the June 17th, which I did. And I hired a fantastic First Amendment attorney, Daniel Horowitz. And we got there, and the judge